Okay, so now here we have our cooked sushi rice, and how you get to this point is you want to wash the rice 3 times until the rice runs clear underwater. And after that, you're gonna measure, this batch was 4 cups of rice to 4 cups of water. And then we just steamed it in the rice cooker. But if you were doing it in a pot or something at home, you would do the same ratio, 4 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, bring it up to the boil, and then turn it down to a low simmer for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and let it, once it's cooked, you want to turn it off and let it rest for about 20 minutes to kind of let the steam finish cooking the rice. And next we're going to mix it with our sushi vinegar and a little sesame oil. So next you're gonna wanna have like a medium-sized bowl, or you can actually even do it straight on the wood. But you wanna drop your rice into the bowl with a little bit of sesame oil down to keep the rice separate. You don't want it all sticking together. So once your rice is in, you wanna kind of gently break it up and separate it. Okay. Next, you're gonna put your ahi mirin rice cooking seasoning in, just a even layer, and then a touch more sesame oil on top. And next, you're just going to kind of gently incorporate those two. Your rice is fully mixed well with that ahi mirin. You're going to, so you see how the grains are nothing sticking together, all the grains are separate. That's what you're really looking for. So once you have achieved that, you're going to just cover it and leave it to the side and get the rest of your sushi stuff ready. Okay, so next I'm going to be showing you a little bit of how we make the garlic ponzu sauce that's going with your yellowtail tuna. So first we're going to start with a hot pan, a little bit of olive oil, say about 1.5 tablespoons, about a tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon of ginger, and you're just going to let that cook out and get nice and golden. Okay, so now that we have our garlic and ginger getting nice and golden brown, we are going to deglaze the pan with our house-made ponzu. So this is just light soy, a little orange juice, lemon juice, and lime juice. So we're gonna deglaze the pan with that. And we'll give you the recipe for this so that you can make it for the next time. In goes coconut milk. And you're just gonna let that simmer for about 2 minutes and then cool it down, and it'll be ready for your yellowtail sashimi. So once the skin's off, you're just gonna take the bloodline out. Just like that. That's not really edible. Now, we are ready to make our sashimi. Alright, so now we're going to be plating our hamachi sashimi dish. All this will be included in your kit. You have watermelon radish, shredded cabbage, your hamachi sashimi, and a few shiso leaves for garnish, as well as your garlic ponzu sauce. So we're just going to put a touch of the garlic ponzu sauce in the cabbage, mix it up, Gonna put your shiso leaves, a little bit of your cabbage down. Okay. And then gonna put our hamachi nicely across the cabbage. And we'll finish with a little more sauce over the top. And that's it. Okay, so this is the portion of the video where you guys are going to be getting involved and making your sushi rolls. In your kit, you'll find julienne cucumbers, julienne watermelon radish. In Japanese, they call this negi, but it's really thinly sliced green onion. Your sushi grade tuna, and you're also, for this, you're gonna need a container with water and a wet towelette to wipe your knife off. You're gonna have spicy mayo and sweet soy glaze, and your furikake seasoning to season the rice, and that's about it. And you'll have these sushi mats also. And the reason why we put plastic over them is so that the rice doesn't stick to the bamboo mats. And so let's get into rolling. So now that you have everything ready, we're going to make sure our hands are nice and wet so that the sushi rice doesn't stick to your hands. So nice and wet hands. Next, you're gonna wanna grab some of your rice, and you want about a baseball, smaller than a baseball size, just enough to put in the palm of your hand. And then you're gonna stick that straight in the center, and you're gonna work your way lightly, not pushing too hard, to the corners. And your goal is to spread the rice evenly onto your nori sheet. So once you've got that, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of your furikake seasoning. And then you're gonna flip your guy here, and you're gonna add your piece of tuna. You can put 2. Your watermelon radish. 2 pieces of cucumber. Some of your negi. Spicy mayo, your sweet soy glaze, and now you want to dip your hands again in the water, get all that rice off, and then you're going to take the edge of the nori, roll it over, and kind of crimp it in, and lightly roll it all the way over until the nori is facing down. Okay. Next, you're gonna cover the sushi once, kind of push down on the edges, and then kind of just round it out. Now you could take it off the board, and you have this. So I can see my nori is kind of sticking out a little bit, so I'm gonna go over it again and kind of push it down a little bit. And there you go. All right, so next you want to make sure you get your knife really wet so you can cut it and no rice will come off. And then you're gonna cut it straight down the center. Okay, and then you're gonna turn them both together. I like to clean my knife every time I cut. Okay. right, so now we're gonna put it on our plate. There you go. You got a spicy tuna roll.